All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of The Village Speaks, where we have amazing nonprofit leaders, the DFW area, talking about things that truly, truly matter in our community. I'm Kenitra Egan's. I am the executive director and founder of To You From Us nonprofit, serving all of Southern Dallas County, along with my beautiful, amazing co host that I am about to introduce so we can get started with our show today. So, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with Miss Ashley.
Hey everyone, I am Ashley Arrington. I am the executive director and founder also of Agape Global, serving Dallas, Houston, and in the areas of Mississippi as well. I'm glad for y'all to join in with us. We got some stuff to talk about today. Go ahead, Miss Beautiful. Brenda, you up next.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am Brenda Tutt, the founder and CEO as well of Elements of Life nonprofit organization, where we strive to empower and uplift teenage girls as well as grieving mothers. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, y'all. Awesome sauce. Well, today, we have an amazing topic. We're going to talk about burnout as
Yes.
nonprofit founders, CEOs, community leaders, and how we often pour so much of ourselves into others and sometimes rarely find the time to actually take care of self. So we have an amazing topic that we're going to get into. But before we do, I want to first of all thank you everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you follow us on all social platforms. We are going live obviously now, but make sure you follow us. And I want to hear about y'all's day, y'all weekend, y'all week. Like what went down?
I can,
Brenda, you want to go first?
sure, why not? I'm trying to think what I did do this weekend. I took the weekend off because I'm usually always working doing something. So we just celebrated my great aunt's 75th birthday on yesterday.
Oh, that's a
That was
blessing.
really fun, and I've just been preparing for the show, but just relaxing, taking some time out for myself. Something I don't always do, but I made it
Mm-hmm.
my business this weekend to just
Hmm.
chill and just enjoy not working, getting ready for the next work week, the last week of school. So I'm excited. I'm ready.
No,
Well, me, what did I do? This is my one of my first weekends I've been off in the past 6 months, really. Just as a work schedule. I did start a new job this past week and I am off on my weekends now. Thank the Lord.
Congratulations.
So I was excited to do, but y'all, when I tell y'all self-care, I did exactly that. If I didn't have I went for a run. Um, I went for a run, I came home, and then I said, I need to go to the stores. So I went, came home, changed, went to the stores, and I came in. I got on the couch and I didn't move
I
at all.
look, I understand.
And so that was my self care. Then I had church this morning, of course. But other than that, that was my self care right there. What about you, Miss Nitra?
Absolutely. Woo! Well, we had our fourth annual Dream and Inspire Youth Fashion Show on yesterday. And when I tell
Yeah.
y'all, it was so amazing just to see our babies, our children and youth walking the stage so gracefully. Parents, supporters, sponsors, volunteers, all in the building, vendors. It was amazing, and our amazing program director, Mimi, for stepping up as she does all the time and really pouring into our babies, y'all. So it was an amazing experience. We had 24 models this
Oh,
year. So
wow.
That's really good.
yes,
That is a
yes.
lot.
We had our king and queen announcement. Everyone got their certificates. We had some sponsors like Dave and Buster's and Canes give gift cards and gift certificates and all of that. So yes, yeah. Last night I still had a little bit of things to do, but today
Okay.
I went to church and baby, we like you said went somewhere and sat down.
As you should. As you should. And you owe yourself that.
Yes, it's a
You owe
beautiful.
yourself that. You had an eventful weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
it was beautiful, y'all.
That's why I feel like this episode today that we're bringing to you all who are tuning in and joining, is so prevalent because of the fact that I don't know about y'all, but I got a full time job as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Right.
You know, I
Mm-hmm.
have a full time job, and I think all of us have a full time job as well, outside running a business. A business is a full time job. You
Yeah.
know.
So I actually last year, I want to say it was January of, yeah, this is 2020. So yeah, and I promise you the time is going by so fast. I forget
Yeah.
what year it
Yeah.
is. I'm like, it's 2026. Yeah, so I stopped working last year to do this thing full time. But we did have some savings, we did have some money coming in, and then of course, funding dried up. And so then it was like, okay, what we doing? Because this is not enough to sustain me. I don't need the services that I'm providing. I'm trying to, we trying to do something. But this
Yeah.
is a real thing, and sometimes that, not often talked about. And so I find myself having to get back, into what it is. But I mean, it is what it is, but we're still going to continue to do and pour into our community because that's what
Yeah.
we're called to do as leaders, right?
Right.
So it's been a struggle on many ends.
And that's the thing too. Trying to create that balance and not experience burnout. Like we hear the word burnout so much. I
Mm-hmm.
think I heard the
Mm-hmm.
word burnout so much since last year. And
Yep.
really taking it into consideration, like I experienced burnout this past year. This year here at my previous job, and didn't realize I was experiencing burnout.
Wow.
Only on the strength of trying to, okay, working with the unsheltered population, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
turned around to do it for far as a purpose, right? Working in our
Right.
purposes, and
Right.
so you're trying to like balance both of them, right? And sometimes some of the clients, some of the guests, or some of our neighbors, they will be the same people I see at work, the ones I'm
Mm,
serving. So a
Wow.
lot of them would know you on a personal level, and when you gain that rapport with them, right? But when it comes to the necessity of a thing, when they need to do these things, when they need to have these things, it's like, all right, whew. And then I'm trying to also spread out that impact out along Houston, Mississippi, like things of that such. So yes, burnout would definitely happen if you don't create that work life balance.
that's right.
And I'm so tough on myself. Some days I sit and do nothing.
Because you don't have nothing
Completely.
else. You like, I don't have nothing else.
But
Depleted.
and that's the thing too, because we can't pour from empty.
Woo, come on now.
We have
Right.
to have something. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Just so we're all clear and there's clarification, does anyone have the textbook definition of what burnout is?
We can get it.
Okay, because I want people to understand, because like you say, you've heard that word and it can mean so many different things to so many different people, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're all clear on what we're talking about. I mean, I think everyone for the most part know kind of what burnout is, but I think we want to just
Like
make
give a true
sure.
definition. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
You got it, Brenda? Or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. So according to the World Health Organization,
Okay.
Who?
I took it to the health part of it. Okay.
Mm.
It said it is defined as an ICD-11, which is a medical diagnosed code that you could be medically diagnosed for it.
Mm.
That's new, right?
No, that's new.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Burnout is a syndrome conceptualized as resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. It is characterized by three dimensions: feelings of energy depletion or exhaustion, increased mental distance from one's job or feelings, negativism or cynicism related to one's job, and reduced professional efficiency. Burnout refers specifically to the occupational context and should not be applied to describe experience in other areas of life. Well, we doing a job.
Hmm.
Being a nonprofit leader is a job,
It is a job.
you know. So that's what the definition of burnout is. Um, and yeah, I want to describe like how would you all balance burnout if you were to experience it? What
I
would y'all
know
do?
when I experienced burnout, I had to completely change what I was doing. because burnout can lead to health issues
Mm-hmm.
and also lead you to mental health issues, all of those things. And I had to make a decision on if I wanted to stay in a place for money or if I wanted to have my peace and my mental health. So
Come
I
on.
made that decision to step away, and it's been a whole lot better. But it's a hard decision because when you used to doing something and you know that, and switching things up and changing and moving around, it's
Mhm.
not always as easy as you think. But that
Absolutely.
transition from where I was coming from to where I am now, it allowed me to be able to be where I am today too. So I know that if I was at that job where I was
Yeah.
experiencing extreme burnout, elements of life wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
here
And
back
it's so
then.
interesting what you mentioned there because it could definitely lead to physical,
Mm-hmm.
um, emotional, mental, all the ailments, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember many years ago, of course, when I was consistently going to the doctor for your health checks and all the things. And my doctor just warned, he was like, "What is going on?" I kept having headaches, y'all. I had never had headaches. I was having migraines and, just body, just, he was like, "What is going?" I ended up having to take a leave of
Oh
absence.
wow.
And I promise you, when I did that, it seemed like for that period I was, the ailments went away, but as soon as I went back, they spiked again. And my doctor was like, "You need to, whatever that is, I'm going to tell you as your doctor, as a
Yeah.
medical professional, there may need to be some changes because this is truly affecting your health."
Right.
And at that moment, I really had to, like you said, make the difficult decision. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the money was great, but if I
Was
ain't
it
here
worth
to
your health?
enjoy it, if
Mm-hmm.
I can't be around with my children that I'm doing it for, or for your loved
Right.
ones,
Right.
what's the point and what's the purpose? And I promise you, I had to make that decision. And like you said, that was the best decision because now it allowed me to go to some other places, experience just amazing employers and department heads and leads, and that has all of this has led to you from us being here. So had I not, then where would we be? You see what
Amen to
I'm saying?
that.
Good.
So
That is good. That's wonderful. Yeah.
No, that's real good. That's real good. I feel like we have to take real captive of our health
yes.
We have to be
because
our kids for our health. If no one is, we
that
definitely
is
have to
true. I mean, we could talk about physical health, we could talk about
Mm,
mental health,
yes.
we could talk about whatever kind of health you can think of is still health, right?
Right.
Right.
Because as soon as it get in the mental part of it, it's gonna stem down to the physical part of it. And
Correct.
so then that's where that burnout come in at. Kanitra, not Kanitra, Brenda, you want to read those statistics about those
Yes.
nonprofit leaders?
Yes. So some of the statistics that I found that we were looking at, that 95% of nonprofit leaders identify burnout as top concern in 2024 study by the Center of Effective Philanthropy. Also, it's saying that 46% of CEOs and said that their own burnout was very much a concern, up to
Mm,
30% the previous year. So you could just imagine having burnout. And then some of the reasons that it came with was the work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, because of our reason why we chose to have a nonprofit, we push even harder. So
Yeah.
mhm.
like, we all have a reason why we created our nonprofit. I created my nonprofit because I lost my son. You know, you Kanisha, you created your nonprofit for a reason. Ashley, you experienced something where you created that. And oftentimes we work even harder because we feel like we're letting down. We're not really pursuing the vision that we have because we did it for something. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
when you're not able to fulfill that, it makes you push even harder and not give yourself a break and give yourself some grace and understand that you can't do it overnight.
This
That's
is true.
right. That
This is
that is
true.
so right.
Working, I feel like if you do a little bit every day or something towards your nonprofit, that's doing something. But we don't see
Yeah.
it like that because in our mind, when we came up with the idea, we're like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want. This is how I'm going to have it. And when it doesn't go that way, you're pushing harder. What can I do? What can I do? And even when your mind's not when you're physically not doing it, your mind's still on it. In the back of
Mm-hmm.
your mind, you're still thinking. So you're never really at rest.
No.
No,
You
because how
think
many
about
of
it
us
because your
are
mind's
at
constantly
night?
thinking about it.
At night, going,
Yeah.
you supposed to be asleep, but you still thinking about,
Yes.
the event that's coming up, or the
Right.
supplies that you need to get, or whatever.
Exactly.
What are we
Exactly.
doing?
But here's the thing too, y'all, and it's a curveball. And I just thought about it as I was listening to Brenda read those statistics.
Hmm.
What if it's not the season for us to go into to do these implement the programs and the procedures that we have the ideals and the visions for? And see, a lot of times, and this is how God deal with me personally, is He'll give me a vision, He'll give me a word, He'll give me something, and He'll say, "I want you to sit on that because I need you to give
Mm.
you the direct instructions how to navigate that thing." And prematurely is like having a premature baby. You know,
Mm.
that's early, right? If you think about premature,
Mhm.
you producing or you're giving birth early to that vision, and
Mhm.
now you're missing out on everything that possibly God had equipped for that particular vision in that time. So a lot
I
of
like
times,
that.
us as leaders, we end up giving birth prematurely to our visions,
Right. Mm.
and it can be a hindrance, and sometimes it can be, but I think also what we can learn from that in itself is that, hey, make sure it's the season for you to implement that program, because we see so many other nonprofits, like that goes back to that whole um well, I want to do that because that nonprofit doing that.
Oh
Okay, how
yeah,
you
that what term is that we were using? I forget the term we were saying that
oh,
is that, when you, like you said, when you see somebody doing something, now you got a mission drift, the
message?
mission drift,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
you see somebody else doing it, you're like, oh, you know what, we need to be doing this, you need to be doing, and now you're doing
Mm-hmm.
1,000 things, and you look at your mission like, okay, is
Right.
this doing right?
Exactly.
What's happening?
Right.
So
Exactly.
no mission
It's
drift.
not mission
No,
aligned.
understand. I love that. But
Yeah.
being led by, first of all, God should be leading every part of our life regardless, right? you
Come on
you
now.
you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so in business, whether it's nonprofit or not, you should be listening for that direction anyway.
Yeah.
And so as you mentioned, doing things prematurely, that could definitely hinder, because there's some lessons or some things that you may need to go through, to grow through, so
Yeah.
that way you can be ready for
That's
when
true.
that's there. Another thing is systems and processes. Sometimes we just don't have the right systems and
Yeah,
processes in
that's true.
place. So we just, it's so many things that, I feel like, and I'm just, really speaking for me, but I know I may be speaking for others who find themselves in similar situations, not having the right systems in place,
Mm-hmm.
also not necessarily having the right people in place.
Mm,
Like your board,
ouch.
they said that was one of the top things that founder CEOs say is the board.
Yeah.
Not everyone not having the same vision. So then now you're wearing many hats because you're the one you're supposed to be setting the goals, putting everything, getting people in place, and then you're actually being all of those things and trying to figure it out at one time, and then you could burn out because you can't wear all the hats that come
Right.
with being having a nonprofit. And that's finding out that you find out you need to have people that you can collaborate with who understand the vision and that know how to bring certain things into your community work that will work versus because we don't know it all. We just
No.
have the
No.
vision and we just
Yep.
know we got the what is that called, the framework or the
Mm-hmm.
outline, but then
Mm-hmm.
we got to have the people that plug them into the places where we need them because we all can't do the media. We can't all go get the grants. We can't go get
Yeah.
the donations. We can't write the everything. But you find yourself doing that because, like you said, you have that emotional attachment to it that you're trying to keep pushing through to get it done. And we don't give ourselves that grace.
Mhm.
Giving
Mhm.
ourselves that grace. My God. We get
Yeah.
We give everybody grace but ourselves.
Yep, but
Everybody get the grace, but we don't give ourselves
we
grace.
don't give ourselves that grace.
mm,
And that was just like me, and I prime example. I initially planned it to attend Kanitra's event yesterday. And I felt bummed out because I was like, dog, I told her I was gonna come and support. And
it's
the whole
okay.
time I said, well, I was tired, things of that such. And literally God was like, Ashley, you need grace. You need rest.
That's right.
You know what I'm
And you
saying?
know I understand, so no worries at all, and don't put that on yourself. So, like
Yeah.
Brenda said, give yourself grace.
Right.
That's our word of the week.
Give
Grace.
Grace. Amen.
give
Amen.
yourself grace. Make sure you say
Uh-huh.
give yourself grace.
What you said. What you
Yeah,
said. Yes.
you gotta give
Yes.
yourself grace because we are our worst critics. At the
Yes, we
Hmm.
are.
we will tear ourselves apart and try to encourage the next person, like we were talking about. Are we actually utilizing the things that we are sharing?
Mm.
So how are we telling them you need to have self-care, you need to take time, I need to do this? But are we doing that? No, we're doing
Mm-mm.
something totally different. We exhausted, crazy. When we see them, we're happy. Hey, let's do it. Little
Mm-hmm.
do they know we're about to
Mm-hmm.
pull all our hair out because it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
to do it, and we still have to show up for them anyway. And
And
then
that,
we got them, it's like kind of like you're falsifying it because they're thinking, oh, they got it together there. And you're like, no, I, I'm
Mm.
I'm about to fall out, but I wanted to make sure I could do what I wanted to do, to do my mission. But
And
girl,
and you
I think too, trying to, like you said, trying to do everything, trying to make it perfect and all the things, and not extending ourselves grace. But you know what? People love authenticity. They love to see, or not necessarily, I wouldn't say it like this because it can seem negative, but they love to see the rawness. Like, okay, you
yeah,
know what? You don't have it all together.
yeah.
You don't have, I may can
they
step
want to
in
see the
and
human
help
side.
you, but if you look like you have everything together,
Yeah. Yeah.
then you
If
may not necessarily need my help. Well, no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no,
and
no.
that's exactly what it is. They see you and they think, "Oh, you got it, man. You're doing." No, no, and no. I do
Look,
not.
let's
Look,
try this
Please
again,
help me,
huh?
please, please.
What you done said, what you done said, and then and I was gonna also add for the fact that us as visionaries, right? Because we are
Mhm,
visionaries.
mhm.
We are here. We may even have curriculums for our programs, right? And we're teaching and we're guiding. Let's say, for example, the youth. We're teaching them methods of breathing when they're under stress and mad. Are we doing those things for
mm.
ourselves?
Of
Huh?
course.
Woo.
you know?
We
And I just had that woo-ha moment when Kanitra was speaking. I was like, wait a minute now. Are we doing anything that we that our mission focus on?
right,
You
right.
know? And so that's a slap on my hand because it's just like, all right, we got to get it together as leaders.
Mhm.
Yeah,
First
you're
and
right.
foremost, we never know who watch.
Right.
We
Yes, they are
never know
watching.
who
They are
watch.
watching for the good
And I
and for
think,
the bad.
huh?
I said they're watching for the good and the
And
bad.
And that's okay. Keep watching. I want you to watch.
exactly,
I
exactly.
want you to watch.
But you need to see all of it
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because
No, we're
when
not
God is
perfect.
working and when you see the excellence, when you peek, that's why I say, baby, the devil be
Hmm.
peeking and
Hmm.
seeing what we got and
Mm-hmm.
doing everything you can to try to stop us from getting to where we need to
Yeah.
be.
You're right.
Because he already knows the goodness and the greatness that is already there. But it's burnout.
Woo, come
It's,
on.
exhaustion. It's,
Mm-hmm.
all the things, right? So,
Yeah, they
we
really,
gotta,
really have.
let's get back connected. Let's stay connected. Stay connected to the
Yes.
vine, honey.
That's for
And
sure.
I also just want to take the time out, just a little segment here to thank everybody again for joining us. And
Thank
if you
you.
feel led to want to join us and be a guest on the show, we do have a form you can fill out. It's attached in the bio. And we also have the YouTube channel. Go ahead, what they say, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, all the things.
And also on Facebook. And also, y'all, we also have an email address. So if you have topics, ideas, questions, concerns, you can email us at
The
the
village.
The village speaks
oh, I got so
podcast
many
at
We
emails
giving
now.
grace. We
gmail.com.
giving grace.
I came in clutch.
Thank
I
you.
got it.
Thank you.
Brain free.
Thank you.
Got your sister. I got you.
Repeat it again, Brenda, for us.
The village speaks podcast at gmail.com.
That's it right there. So please plug in with us. We here for y'all. Y'all here for us. Hey, we're a village and we
That's
need each
right.
other.
That's
Yeah,
You
right.
know,
we definitely do.
definitely.
Let's see. So let me see. I had some other stuff. Let me see what. But Ashley, tell us
Hmm?
about your collaboration that you're going to be doing. It's next
Yes.
weekend, next Sunday with the
Next
veterans.
Sunday. So actually I have collaborated with a group called Essential Solutions. He is a veteran founded nonprofit organization. servicing veterans and families of low income as well. They will be doing an outreach on the 31st off of I have a link for it too. So if you want to sponsor, donate, even volunteer your time, it's welcome. It really is. And it's on Instagram. If you want to find out more information, go to Instagram and look up Essential Solutions on Instagram, Essential Solutions, and the founder name is Terry on there. So we'll be out there on the 31st at 11 a.m. serving.
That's okay.
Awesome.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think that's it. You know what? I gave all the statistics. Let's see. Yeah.
And so actually, if they look at the link in our description, it's gonna bring them into the broadcast. So
Oh yeah. They can
if
come.
you're out there and you have some words that you would like to share, this is resonating with you, you want to talk, you want to speak, look, come on, come on. And not just even right now, but in the future, comment and we can send you the form as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's that. Yes, for sure. And I wanted to see if we have anybody that had any questions tonight. What's on y'all mind? Let's pick you all's brains. Any of that.
Trying to see.
And then we can also go over the ways how we can manage burnout, how we
Oh yeah.
can implement self-care. So while we wait on questions from the audience, Brenda, you want to tell us how you manage self-care?
I usually try to journal. I love journaling.
Yeah.
And so that's really my favorite thing to do. Journal, sit outside on the patio, listen to some music. I've been working on my next book that I'm writing on, so I dibble and dabble
Come
with
on, Arthur.
it. So just
Yeah.
trying to do that. Usually helps me to decompress for the most. Just journaling and getting things out of my mind because I'm not a TV watcher. I'm just more of a person who turns some music on and can sit there and just sit with my thoughts to just decompress.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much. And then I'll try usually like take myself on out to eat on to dinner without my daughter, without nobody. I just go by myself, put the phone down. I'm ignoring everybody and just go have time to myself because it's not easy, having a full time job and then still trying
Mm-hmm.
to figure out how to manage having a nonprofit as well and still learning and growing because I'm only 2 years in and I'm learning every day about something new
Yeah.
with nonprofits. And so I'm happy to be connected to you all because I'm learning a lot just from you two about different things in the community. So I try to give myself that grace because oftentimes I will say, oh, I need to get in, I need to type this up. Oh, I need to work on the website. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that. And I'm tired. And I have to say, hey, you're not about to get the $1 million grant tomorrow. So you probably can
Mm-hmm.
sit down somewhere today. The grant, you're not going to get the funding tomorrow and they're going to be looking.
Yeah.
I tell myself that often because if not, I'll run myself rugged and I'll be constantly trying to figure out a master plan about something. And I have to tell myself, it's not going to come tomorrow. Rest today. You'll be,
That's
Yeah.
right.
you'll be
Oh
okay.
yeah,
So,
that's right.
Miss Nature?
Yeah, so for me, and before I actually get into my methods, if anyone out there watching, you can comment and we'll bring your comment on screen so that way we can address as well. So don't feel obligated to have to come on screen, just comment and we can, definitely go from there. But for
Right.
me, one of the things that I used to journal, and actually that was great, but even sometimes just finding the time to do, it's just like, oh, but walking, y'all, walking, especially
Yes.
when it feels great outside
it's
and you
good.
just listening to some music, or sometimes not listening to anything at all, just listening to nature.
Yeah.
That really helps a whole lot more than on so many different
Mm-hmm.
levels, right? I used to, before gas was so high, just drive.
Mm.
Just drive, just
Yeah,
ride.
yeah, yeah.
And sometimes going
Riding
different
is
places
good.
that
I do.
haven't necessarily been, and then you happen up on spots, and you're like, "Wow, I didn't know this is even
Mm-hmm.
here." But just again, that time to self to just clear thoughts and not even think about anything. Sometimes I thought that was difficult because I'm like, your mind is always, going 100 miles an hour, but just really. not focusing, just I'm not focusing on anything
Yeah.
but just right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
so those two, except
Yeah.
now we ain't doing gas. Gas gonna have to come on back down
What you
before we
done
go
said
ride this
now?
for joy rides.
Immediately.
Yes, yes, yes. Crazy thing off topic though, but I seen an Instagram post and it was like, "What you something you want God to deliver." The man was put, it was it was I can't remember what it was, but he was put no, he said something you want God to do in your life, and he was putting the gasoline on him or something. I can't remember exactly
Oh
what
my
it was, but I know
goodness.
it was in remembrance of gas going down or
Gas
something.
prices.
Or
I know.
Baby.
yeah, 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 yeah. Because this
Yeah,
gas is that's a
tough.
whole nother subject. Um, for me, self care looks like sometimes journaling, sometimes going for a run or walking as well. Sometimes just being quiet, sitting in complete quietness, nothing on,
Mm, mm,
just straight quietness. It could be prayer, it could be worship,
that's
and even
right.
sometimes it could just be playing with my dog. You know, even though he a kid, but it could be playing with my dog. Also, self care for me looks like again completely doing nothing,
And
completely being
that's
doing
that's
nothing.
that's it. And
Doing nothing is A-okay.
mm-hmm,
I told myself this year, I said, you're gonna give yourself permission to do whatever it is Ashley want to do. You're gonna give yourself permission to do whatever it is Ashley don't want to do.
that's right.
You know? So give yourself permission, and from another leader to another leader, give yourself that permission. Grace. Come on now. Give
Grace,
yourself
grace.
that grace. You deserve it.
Right.
You
Ooh,
deserve it.
Oh, and one thing too, one thing I
What's
have
that?
learned this year, and we all should know this, but I totally understand the word no.
oh yeah.
Ooh,
And they don't like that word,
No,
no. Especially when
come
they used to
on.
no,
hearing
no,
the
no,
word
no,
no.
no.
Yes.
That was so
Not
hard
doing
for me,
that.
y'all. That
Yeah.
was so truly hard for me, and I'm still working on it. But baby, that first time I said no, and they accepted it, and I was like, I didn't feel guilty or anything afterwards. It was just like, oh yeah, this the life.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely no is and they always say that's a one
A
word and does not
complete
deserve
sentence.
you do not have to give an explanation
Mm.
after you say no. I learned that when I was in therapy. She said you need to learn how to say no and be okay with it. There's no
Yeah.
explanation after no. You know is a sentence in the
I
end.
know,
And just be like, okay, it took me a long time to get that too. But now,
man.
I used to get, oh, you mean all that? No, I'm not. I just need some peace over here. I need the
Yeah.
no, no, I'm not doing that. I said in a minute, no, I'm not doing that. And they like, no, I'm
And me personally, I dealt with that word no for a long time. Not
Mm,
saying no for a long time because
mm,
I live my life off agape, and that's why my foundation is called Agape Global, and that's God
mhm.
unconditional love.
Right, right.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, I got to give this, I got to give that, I got to give, give,
Yep,
give, 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 give,
yep.
give. So them first 4 years, baby, it was give, 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 give. After year 5 hit, oh, Ashley was like, oh, and we ain't got it, you
And you
know?
know what? This is year 5 for us.
Yeah,
This is year
yeah,
5 for us. So you
oh
said you
wow.
got it in 5.
yeah,
Wow, I'm telling
yeah.
you, y'all, this is because I had a
It
problem
comes
with
with
that
it.
too. Oh my goodness.
It comes
Yeah,
with it. And I think that helps us know. It also helps us balance when we say
that's
no.
right.
Right.
That's
Because
right.
we get overextend. We can go over our, say, for instance, we got inventory. And
Mm-hmm.
just because we want to give out, give, 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 or even our budgets, we go over our budgets because guess what? We're not saying
No,
no. We're
right.
not being stewards, good stewards. Come
Good
on,
stories.
somebody.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
We're
Because we
not
got to
being
be
good
transparent
stewards.
in any and everything that we do, right? And
Yeah,
so making sure that we're good stewards over everything.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
us too. So
yeah.
yes.
Ooh, wait, this is
I
good,
trying
y'all.
to see if we had any comments. I don't see any. Y'all see any comments?
Let's see.
I need to put my glass on, quit playing.
Look, I went on and put my specs on tonight.
Like, who's that? I'm like, I'm trying to see, and meanwhile, I cannot see
Yeah.
my little blind self.
All right. Does anybody have anything coming up for the remainder of the month? I know Kanisha just had her fashion show this past weekend. I'll be doing a collaboration um May 31st.
Oh,
What about you, Brian?
no, I don't have anything. I said I would jump in along with you all and try to see what you all doing and volunteer and do some things like that. My normal stuff, volunteering at the women's shelter. My plan is for July to do a youth workshop on for the girls before they go back to school to kind of get them ready, get their
Okay.
minds together, see where they are. Because usually the summer they leave school, then the summer they kind of grow up, figure out things,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to the next grade, and they got to be ready for it. So just kind of
Well, let's
Mhm.
collab.
plan.
Yeah, we got you. Let's do something. Let's do something.
Yeah,
I think
let's
the only thing
collab.
that I have, uh, aside from a 2 week summer camp, I am planning. Excuse me. We'll be planning for our annual back to school event. So that'll be in August, August 1st. So just
Okay,
FYI, save the
August
dates.
1st.
Save the dates.
August 1st.
When
And
is
then
your
we
two
have
weeks? When is your camp?
the camp is from June 1st through June 11th, but it's specific to DeSoto ISD. So it's
Okay.
like a campus type of camp.
Okay.
So they have the students already, and so we're just going to be teaching STEAM concepts to our elementary boys. So I'm excited
Okay.
about that. Teaching engineering and some,
Nice.
robotics and some things like that.
Oh,
So I'm
that's cool.
excited.
Okay.
It's
That's
gonna
nice.
be real
But we
good.
also have community service hours all summer. So any student, any youth, even adults, we have opportunity for community service. And
Okay. I'm
typically during
gonna
the
share
summer,
that.
what we do is try to clean up like neighborhoods, like some of the elderly. Especially if they are immobile or they don't have anyone, we don't want them to get citations, and so we can help have the youth come in and help our neighbors who need the help, right? And especially of our elderly neighbors, and they're going to get
Mm-hmm.
community service hours for that. So
I'll
and a
definitely
lot of them need it.
I'll definitely share that
Okay.
because I know our students at the school when they want to be in National Junior Honor Society, they have to
Hmm.
do community service, and a lot of them they're like, Nurse B, what do you got going on? Are you doing anything so I can get some community service hours? So I would definitely share that with because I
Absolutely.
got sixth graders coming into here to share that because they definitely need community service.
Oh, I want to also add, y'all. I do have Bridging the Impact Nonprofit Council as well. So we will be having our annual meeting on the 30th next Saturday as well.
Okay.
So all nonprofit leaders, we're looking to collaborate with you all, and it's a collaborative. We want to all get in together as one unit as nonprofits and expand outreach, outsource, you name it, and learn and grow as a village. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, impact. We can't have
Absolutely.
impact without each other, honestly, especially if we're doing the same thing.
Right.
So it's more details for that to come too. And if you want to get connected, reach out to me either on Ashley Aronson social media handles or Agape Global social media handles as well, and I can provide more information for you.
Awesome sauce. Now I know you mentioned on the 31st you have the event with Ellie
Essential Solutions.
Essential Solutions.
Uh
Sorry.
huh.
Um, Normally, that's our shows. Are we still doing our show on the 31st as well, or?
Yeah,
No,
because it's no, this next Saturday.
mm-mm.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. It's next
Look, y'all,
Saturday.
sorry, it's not
Yeah,
okay. Look,
you fine, you
sharing
fine.
is
Cause
fundamental too.
It's all right. Every
okay,
other week, every other week.
every other week, baby, we gotta have that work life balance. Okay, somebody.
Every other week, every other week.
Yes, because otherwise, there's gonna be one more hat you putting on, and
Oh yeah, yes it
burnout gonna
is.
come real quick.
Uh-huh. What you done
It's easier
said.
said than done
Okay.
to collaborate and condense that little time. An hour is tough these days. That you can't even
Ooh,
give up an hour unless you just really you have to know ahead of time. Last minute
absolutely,
is
absolutely.
not
I
working.
guess should we let the people know what we're talking about next week, or they need to just stay tuned?
I want them to
Yeah,
stay tuned.
and they
All
need to
right,
stay
y'all
tuned,
stay
and we'll
tuned.
just look at their. Okay, we got some statistics going. Are they able to see it? They should be able to see it.
They should be able to see it.
Okay, so it's
So
saying from our job form. This yeah, our
yeah,
response.
this for my chat form.
You
So
want
we
to?
did a job
Awesome.
form, y'all, and for the people that haven't did it, there is a link in the bio of this Zoom of this live here where we're asking all nonprofit leaders and nonprofit organizations to go in. We want to know what y'all want to talk about. What topics are y'all want to be discussed? As you can see, funding and grants is number one. Nonprofit challenges is number one. You have community impact, mental health, leadership, youth programs, collaboration, faith and community, entrepreneurship, success stories, community resources, funding and grants and leadership, autism and employment. So these are the things and topics that we can discuss. And like I said, if y'all have voices. This is why the village
Absolutely.
speaks. Y'all have voices. So we want to hear from y'all. We want to know, what are your thoughts? What are your concerns? What are your suggestions? We want to hear your voice of even about your foundation, your nonprofit. However, we want to know those things, y'all. So this is why we are saying, come on. Come on.
Come on.
And thank you
Come on.
for everyone who took the time out to fill out the job form. Like, these are the things that we're looking for. Definitely. Definitely.
Well, I guess we don't have anything else. Guess we have to say see you later because I don't like saying goodbye. If y'all ever notice when I'm talking to y'all, I never say bye because I feel like bye is permanent. So I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
see you later. Talk to you later.
See you
Uh-uh.
next
So
time.
see you next time. Something, but I do not like the word bye.
No.
Well,
The word bye.
So no goodbyes.
no
No
goodbyes.
See you next
goodbyes.
time or see you
See you
later.
later.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say see you later.
All right. All right.
All right. I
I
guess.
love it, y'all.
All right. Well, it
Look,
was good speaking with you, ladies, and talking to everyone out there today. See you all
Yes, and
in
we
about
are,
2 weeks.
yes, another 2 weeks, y'all.
another two
It
weeks.
won't be
I'm
long.
back. I want to hear the impact you're making in the community because that's what it's about.
Right.
Yes. And we are
Awesome.
the Village Speaks.
All right.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
y'all.
Well, see you later.
Just that fast.
See you later.